First on the scene in the television show Gossip Girl, and he is now in the new movie Undrafted, a baseball movie with folks like Jim Belushi and Billy Gardell in it. He is Chase Crawford right here on the Rich Eisen Show. How are you, bud?
Hey, doing good. Thanks for having me.
So we just saw a clip of it.
Yep.
And we saw your swing.
Yep.
Now they made it looked like you went the other way with the pitch in the clip. It did look that way. Is that your game? Is that your baseball?
Well, that was one of like 100 takes. I finally connected. But I dip a little bit, from golf. So I had to kind of.
So now, if I had to name a sport for you that you say that I'm the best at this, it would be golf?
It would be golf, even though my game is terrible right now. Yeah, it's golf.
Well, you're a busy actor.
I know.
I mean, you can't. When it's one of those things you got to work on.
Yeah.
Now, is it true that you used to play competitively with or against Jordan Spieth? Is that a true story?
Kind of. Well, yeah, it is a true story. My brother-in-law happens to be Tony Romo. He married my sister, and growing up a huge Cowboys fan, that was amazing. But Tony's a way better golfer than I am. He's like a scratch golfer.
Well, we know he was trying to make the U.S. Open.
Yeah, he used to do that every
day.
year. Yeah, he would sign up online, and and he would do it. But yeah, he kind of had to reel that back a little bit, So
yes, he did. He did.
Unfortunately.
Well, in the Metroplex, if you're not winning as much as they want you to, everything can count against you.
Yeah.
That's not football.
Exactly, of course. And he just loves to compete. And obviously, he's a great golfer, so it's hard to tell someone to reel that back. But he did. But one day, he used to live out there on the TPC Cotton where they played the Byron, and he said, "Come on, man, we're gonna hop on play some holes." It was like the sun was going down, and we get out there, and he's like, "Hey, man, this kid, it's like a prodigy. He could be,
This was Tony saying.
This is Tony saying that. I haven't even met the kid, and I get there, and he's got either like a Jesuit bag or a UT bag with Jordan Spieth on it. 17-year-old Jordan Spieth. And I mean, clearly, obviously, the kid was a wizard around the greens. But we played like 6 holes out there. Sun's going down. I'm like, man, you got some talent. Best of luck. Yeah, you're a good golfer. So
what you're
I
saying
gave
is
him
that
some advice.
Yes, what you're saying is that if it weren't for you, he would have no green jackets.
Obviously, that's why he. I explained, the step meter at Augusta.
You could see at the time at age 17.
Yeah,
you
could see he definitely. Around the greens, he was like outstanding. You're thinking like maybe he's gonna be great at UT and whatnot. But he had some sponsors exemptions for the Byron and some other things, and clearly he took that route. So
yeah, exactly. And now look what he has become.
Yeah.
Have you kept in touch with him at all?
I have. Yeah. We see him. He comes to some Cowboy games as well around Christmas time. He'll come over to the house, and he's wearing the jersey and stuff like that. So yeah, we're big fans of Spieth down there.
Yeah. I've got Chase Crawford here on the Rich Eisen Show. So I guess let's get into it. When was the first time your sister told you the guy I'm dating happens to be the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys? When was that moment?
One of the first times was I think she was finishing up college, and she was interning with the Cowboys, and she was doing sports broadcast, and she was really good at it. She's funny. She has a great personality, and so they kind of let her interview players, and it was over summer, and Tony, saw her and just I guess casually asked her to like a movie/dinner date where you're eating at the theater.
Oh,
so 2 for 1.
Yeah. Well, he hadn't had his big contract yet. Probably.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to combine. You got to combine resources.
Yeah,
sure.
Of course. I mean, it's economical. But they did that, and she was kind of blown away. And then she didn't want my parents being massive Cowboy. She didn't want them in the house. And they're like, "Candace, we're already here. What do you want us to do?" She's like, hide in the back. Hide. She made my parents hide.
What? Wait a minute.
She didn't realize Tony was coming over to pick her up. She thought, he was like, I'll come get you. I'll swing by. So we swung by, abruptly.
For the first date?
For the first date to pick her up, yeah, which is very nice of him.
Yes.
But she caught her off guard, so she pushes my parents back in the back. And I thought that was really funny. And
So your folks were literally shoved aside.
Literally in their master bathroom, I think, is what they were doing. I'm not even kidding.
So were you part of this? Get the folks away? Like, did she tell you? Okay.
She did tell me. Yeah, she told me the whole story. After the fact, I think I was in New York at the time and working on the show. And so they had their movie dinner date, and she had to go back for her last year of college, and I think they kind of maintained in touch. And then I think the summer after, if I remember correctly, is when he hit her up again and was like, "Hey, what's going on?"
And now, so your whole family the Crawford family were cowboy nuts,
our
right?
Christmas photo, I wish I had it, from like '92, is like us in like starter cowboy jackets, and my mom's like a turtleneck, you know, and we're like by the fireplace in all Cowboys gear. So yeah,
It's incredible the way
comical.
life works
Yeah,
sometimes, right?
yeah, it
Because
is.
was Aikman your guy growing up? The triplets, Irvin. and-
Posters of the triplets on my wall. You
Yeah?
know, drawing pictures of Deion Sanders, the whole nine. So, but yeah, I mean, it's you know, unbelievable. On top of it, Tony's like the best guy, you know.
He's a real good
in the
dude.
world,
The
so.
thing about Tony that few people don't know, in all seriousness, is his level of knowledge of the game.
Yeah.
Okay? Because maybe, in all honesty, when he was trying out for the U.S. Open and what happened when he went to Cabo with previous individuals with whom he was associated.
Yes.
Did you like the way I put that?
That was nice. Thank you.
But before the dinner and a movie,
Yeah.
people thought maybe he's not taking the job seriously enough. But I mean, his knowledge of the X's and O's and about reading defenses and how to come into a game, just hearing him talk about it, not only is he second to none in terms of the passion for it,
Yeah.
but he is second to none in terms of the knowledge about coming in. He really,
It's
and I'm
something
not
else.
just saying that because he's your brother-in-law.
No, thank you. Yeah, you're right. I mean,
For real.
it's something else for real. I mean, he definitely like has that IQ, and I feel like when they give him a little bit more room to audible and to exactly read the defenses, it's he's always excels at that. I mean, you know, clearly.
Are you saying Garrett's keeping the
2-minute
controls on
offense.
a little bit?
No,
I mean,
not at all.
Can we
not
stir
at all.
something up right now?
Yeah. No, not at all. But I'm just saying, you know, when you see in those 2-minute offense, he's brilliant, you know. So he's great. Yeah, and he on top of it, he's a phenomenal guy.
How is he feeling right now? Not to actually pry
He's
for
feeling great.
information,
No,
but
he's
I will.
feeling great. Yeah, he's feeling great. So he's out there throwing, and you know, I'll catch for him sometimes. He breaks my.
No, hold
fingers.
on a minute. Say that again. You're being the. Do you throw up the X when you catch one from him or something? Do you,
Spike it. I rip my shirt off. Yeah, it's great. But no, I mean, you know, it's very light. He just wants to get out there 5-10 minutes and throw the ball sometimes if I'm in town, and yeah,
Okay.
it's fun. It's
and he's
fun
got
for
the
me.
zip on it. He's got the zip
on it. Yeah, he's got that zip. So training camp's coming back soon. You know, God, where the year.
Do you
goes.
go to Oxnard now that
I
you're
do.
living down
I
here
do.
in SoCal?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got two little boys. The boys go up there, and I drive up. It's a great drive.
Uncle
So, yeah.
Chase goes and sees
Uncle Chase
the
goes up
boys.
there, and yeah, takes
Wow.
care of them. So.
Excellent. I've got Chase Crawford here in the Rich Eisen Show studio. So let's talk about Undrafted,
Okay.
which is a baseball movie about Legion baseball involving somebody who's trying to make the major leagues and get drafted and then does not.
Exactly. It
Basically.
takes place around this one game. So he's waiting, you know, here if he gets drafted, and it's set all in one game on this one field against this silly summer league where they're just trying to, you know, keep loose. And Joe's brother John was actually it was a true story, and he started telling Joe about this cast of characters that play these games, and the other team shows up in a bus and they're stretching. They got some, you know, ex-pros with them, and it became like this contentious game. The whole neighborhood kind of came out for it, and yeah, and the movie's got more. It's got a lot of great laughs. It's more about, you know, the characters and the camaraderie, and more like a Sandlot type of.
Yeah, and Billy Gardell
And-
is
and,
in this, and he's
yeah.
he's as funny as they come.
He's great. He's phenomenal. So he was playing the umpire, and they had like a sunglasses visor. So there was a double for most of the time. Well, he was behind me, and a part of the movie I have to come in, and I put like this children's catcher gear on. I have to catch. And Tyler Hecklin used to play ball at Arizona. Is throwing, you know, he's still throwing like 70, you know, and I've never caught before ever. And so, and so Joe's like, Chase, get in there, you know, and all right, let's go. And Billy's like, whoa, let's stop. Let's take a few practice throws. And Tyler's throwing them, and they're just first one, sing right off my glove. And I mean,
pass ball.
Billy's like, you know, whoa, let's keep practicing for a little while until Tyler gets those down, you know. So he finally got him down. I'm freaking out, but it worked out.
So Tyler is popping the glove.
Tyler's popping the glove. Yeah, pretty hard. So, but we got
Now
him
the
there.
bus that because I didn't see this in Undrafted. The bus is that Jerry Jones's bus? That was
It looks
famed
like
Jerry
it.
Jones's
It's-
bus?
It's not, but it does look
Have
like
you been
it.
in the
Yeah.
Jerry Jones bus?
Actually, I have. Yes, I have.
It's
yes.
I have too. It's not. It's quite something.
It's quite something. It's something else. Yeah. So
There's nothing, by the way, at the combine in Indianapolis, where there are hardly any buses on the street at all.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you see with the Dallas Star on the side of the bus, just pull up, and then
It's
50
amazing.
people come off.
Yeah.
It's Texas size. Where's
It's
your?
Texas,
By
yeah.
the way, where's your Texas accent? Do you have it?
You know, I after a few beers, it kind of comes
few
out a
beers.
little bit. You know, I grew up in Oklahoma, and then going out to New York for 7 years. You know, and back here in LA, it's kind of melded.
It's gone.
It's awful. It's gone.
It's gone.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a question, Laws? What you said you
Well, I
wanted?
was just going to say, you know, the brother-in-law on bachelor party weekends can always be the awkward one. Did you go to the bachelor party? And if so,
Ooh.
It's a good question.
how did this all go down?
Ooh.
I did actually. I did, and it was kind of either like we do the Vegas or we do something cool, and we went to like West Virginia.
Yeah, like the woods, like when
We went to West
rafting?
Virginia. We rode like ATVs, and we went out there, and you know, we fished, and we did what else did we do? The ATV tour was amazing, and we did like a zip line thing, and it was awesome. So yeah, I mean,
So like Mike Tyson's hangout and animals were not involved. in
yeah,
this
no,
sort
you know
of
what? The
venture.
Masters were on that weekend. We sat around watching the Masters.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Was that the one
Isn't
that
a
Spieth won?
sweet story?
Was that the one that Spieth
It
won?
wasn't. It
No.
wasn't. That was before. I was actually before Spieth's time. But
Yeah, that's right.
That
I
was-
know Tony. Tony and your sister have been married a while now.
Yeah, they've been together for a while. So
Well, congratulations on everything with you. Undrafted looks great, and it's in theaters coming up this Friday. And come back, will you please?
thank you, Rich. I
Come
appreciate
back,
having
of
me.
course.
Yeah,
You got it. Yeah,
yeah.
that's Chase Crawford here on the Rich Eisen Show.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.